Tie everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey! Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh. Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger loves me like...
Hey!
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Brave only, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braille on leaves, got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Well, hello, and hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Rayleigh's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour 8 minutes after 11 o'clock on a Monday. Glad to have all of you here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you all. Of course, we're going to kick it off with Megan Thee Stallion. She's talking about her and Klay Thompson. We'll get into that. A new study came out, or a survey rather, talking about Valentine's Day, and there is a shift in how people are seeing Valentine's Day and how they're going to spend it. So we'll talk about that. UpScrolled, one of the apps that got a huge surge in downloads when everybody was deleting TikTok because of the new rules and regulations of TikTok. Well, there's an update on UpScrolled that we'll get into. Sexual health. This is very, very big. You need to know about this because this impacts everybody. And yes, the president signed off on it. I wonder about Melania at this point if he signed off on this child. Radio. We're going to talk about the power of radio and where in the world is radio in 2026. We'll talk about that. Virgin Voyages has a positive report about the fact that they are an adult-only cruise line. We'll talk about that. And that amazing theme park, Universal's Epic Universe, well, we're not the only ones that want to see more from it. So we'll get to all of that. Why? Because higher is waiting. Lower is available. But either way, we got to go on tour. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. One thing to know, and two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it off right. But I'm waiting for the daylight. And a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, there is a new morning. Julie Chen Moonves and Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You're absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well with each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because we do have a lot to talk about and a whole lot to get through. It's good to see y'all this morning. Yes, indeed. Let me get rollingout.com up here because that is our first destination this morning. Right here we go. Shout out to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years. On to the next 25 years there. Megan Thee Stallion feels comfy with Klay Thompson. Rapper opens up on love and personal growth. Megan Thee Stallion is stepping into a new chapter of her life with a sense of ease and confidence. The 30-year-old rapper has found comfort in her relationship with NBA star Klay Thompson, acknowledging that the timing of their connection came at a moment when she was ready for it. After dedicating time to self-reflection and therapy, Megan entered the relationship from a place of strength and self-awareness, allowing love to grow naturally. The rapper approached her personal life with patience, resisting societal pressures to jump into a relationship. She focused on her own well-being first, building a foundation of mental emotional stability by investing in herself and exploring activities that nurtured her growth. Megan created space for a meaningful partnership with someone who can match her energy and respect her journey. Finding ease and love with Klay Thompson, Megan discovered a sense of comfort that was new to her. She described the relationship as one of the first where she could feel completely at ease, free from the anxieties that had accompanied past experiences. Her approach was deliberate. She did not rush into the relationship, but allowed it to develop at its own pace, guided by her readiness to embrace love fully. The timing of their connection reflects the work Megan had already done to heal and center herself. By prioritizing therapy and personal growth, she assured that her relationship was built on trust, mutual understanding, and emotional availability. This careful preparation allowed her to enter a partnership that feels authentic and supportive, rather than forced or reactionary. Strength through public scrutiny, Megan's resilience extends beyond her romantic life. The rapper's journey has been marked by intense scrutiny, yet she has maintained a sense of self and purpose despite criticism. Her Prime Video documentary, Megan Thee Stallion, in her words, explores her resilience and growth, highlighting her ability to navigate fame, pressure, and negative commentary with strength. Director Nia Okora praised Megan's unwavering determination, noting that her capacity to remain grounded while under constant observation demonstrates a rare form of strength. Megan has learned to prioritize her own happiness and emotional health, focusing on her goals and personal development while managing the challenges of life in the spotlight. Prioritizing self-care at the heart of Megan's journey is a commitment to self-care. She has shifted her attention inward, concentrating on her own well-being and ensuring that her choices reflect her needs and desires. The rapper's dedication to herself allowed her to approach love with clarity and confidence, building a partnership based on mutual respect and comfort. Megan's experience highlights the importance of timing, self-awareness, and emotional readiness in relationships. By focusing on personal growth and healing, she positioned herself to enter a relationship that complements her life rather than complicates it. Her story is a reminder that love often arrives when individuals are most prepared to receive it, and that personal strength can coexist with vulnerability. A new chapter of comfort and resilience. Megan Thee Stallion's relationship with Klay Thompson represents more than a romantic connection. It reflects her journey towards self-discovery and resilience. Through therapy, self-care, and intentional growth, she has cultivated a sense of comfort and stability that informs both her personal life and her public persona. In embracing love and prioritizing self, Megan continues to inspire fans with her balance of strength, authenticity, and confidence, proving that true empowerment comes from knowing and valuing oneself first. So I will say this: when I saw Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion, they were at dinner, and Klay was just bobbing his head like boom, 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 and all Megan did was wow, 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 wow. And you saw the dichotomy of like Klay is the introvert, he is present, he is focused, he is game for what's in front of him, and Megan is the one that will go off to the races and go to the hills and go here, there, and everywhere. So they balance each other out very well. And you know, at this point in time, if you can find somebody that really loves you, for you, go forth, prosper, and multiply that joy as much as you want to, as much as you can, as much as you want to consume that. I really am pulling for them sincerely. And like I said in my description box, like I'm already waiting for my invitation to the wedding and to host wedding food at their wedding. So, and hopefully at the wedding, there will be a particular tequila that will be served that looks a little something like,
where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? Where are the girls that like to have fun? I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, take a shot, never run girl. I'm a fun girl, very fun girl, see a shot, take a shot, never run girl.
girl. Take a shot, never run, girl. C-H-I-C-A-S, 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 C-H-I-C-A-S.
Hopefully that tequila will be served at the wedding, okay? Yes, indeed. Speaking of being in love, let's talk about from Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com, because there is a new survey out talking about how Americans approached Valentine's Day this year. Let's talk about it. So, survey finds Americans are scaling back Valentine's Day spending, favoring simple gestures. Let me say that two more times. Survey finds Americans are scaling back Valentine's Day spending, favoring simple gestures. Survey finds Americans are scaling back Valentine's Day spending, favoring simple gestures. Romantic dinners top the gift list as average planned spending dropped sharply from last year. Americans are leaning toward traditional lower-cost gestures this Valentine's Day, with most preferring a romantic dinner over expensive gifts, according to a new national survey. A recent coupon follow poll of 1,005 adults in relationships found that 61% consider a dinner date the ideal way to celebrate the holiday. Experiences such as travel or concert tickets rank closely behind at 57%, while 46% said a handwritten card or letter would be their top choice. Despite continued enthusiasm for the occasion, couples appear to be tightening their budgets, according to the survey. On average, respondents said that they plan to spend $87 on their partner this year, a noticeable decrease from 2025 when Americans reported budgeting $155 for Valentine's Day gifts overall. As reported by CNBC, Clay Clary, senior trends analyst at Coupon Flow, said the shift reflects a broader recalibration rather than a loss of interest in the holiday. There's been a significant change in how Americans are approaching this holiday. Carey said they are not pulling away from Valentine's Day, but they are being more selective on how much they are willing to do or can or spend on this holiday. Rising costs may be playing a role since early 2020. Cumulative inflation that's measured by the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, has increased roughly 26%. According to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the CPI tracks price changes across a wide range of goods and services, including essentials such as groceries and fuel or gas. A financial strain has prompted some couples to skip the celebration entirely. 1 in 5 respondents said that they plan to forego Valentine's Day this year. Douglas Boneparth, president of wealth management firm Bonafide Wealth, said perceptions about whether $87 is a lot or little depends largely on individual financial circumstances. For some households, that amount may feel substantial, for others modest. Ultimately, he noted spending should align with income and available resources. Factual. Boneparth suggests that couples take time to reflect on their financial values before deciding how to celebrate. Individuals should consider what money represents to them and how those beliefs shape their priorities. Discussing expectations together can also clarify what each partner values most. I think by answering those questions about yourself and each other, you probably come to a much more meaningful Valentine's Day. Boneparth said, as inflation continues to influence consumer behavior, this year's data suggests many Americans are opting for heartfelt gestures over high price tags, keeping romantics intact while keeping spending in check. So, I will say this, right? Now, if you're Megan Thee Stallion, Clay Thompson, y'all had a wonderful Valentine's Day, okay? You probably, went to Caesar's Palace and, hang on, you know what? I'm going to show you something real quick. Give me a moment. Because if you are Megan Thee Stallion, Clay Thompson, you probably did this. Give me a moment. Where is it? Okay, here we go. You probably went to Caesar's Palace, okay? Just keeping it a buck. You probably went here, and you stayed at this place right here, okay? So this is probably, I'm just guessing, okay? If you're Megan and Clay, you could have done this. Decorated the room, everything else, you know what I mean? So listen, okay, just gonna keep it a buck here. This is the refreshed living room for the villas at Caesar's Palace. So if you're Clay and Megan, you could have done that, but for the rest of us, we didn't do this. Okay, but I did find it interesting that people are going to dinner and travel and going back to cards, right? And I appreciate this survey because I do think in the world of social media, my mom has said this to me too, like, bro, you gotta recognize everything that you see on social media is all a fantasy, right? They don't show the weak parts of their life because they have to keep up that image. So it is nice to see that human beings are getting back to just doing something nice, and it doesn't have to be over the top. So I do appreciate that. And maybe if, you know, everybody could get $15 an hour and the job market can actually start hiring people based on character and the experience that they have, then maybe we could do more things for each other as people. But that's my take on that. But I thought that was quite an interesting survey. So yes, indeed. Back to the two people here. Welcome in. Glad to have you all here. All right, y'all. More Burnley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from this space right here, right now. So from TechCrunch.com, everybody. You guys remember when everybody was deleting TikTok, right? There were many apps that got a surge of new downloads. Well, UpScrolled is one of them. As you can see here, UpScrolled social network is struggling to moderate hate speech after fast growth, okay? UpScrolled, a social network that caught fire after TikTok's ownership change in the U.S., is facing a serious moderation problem after growing to more than 2.5 million users in January. Users have reported the app is not taking action on the creation of usernames and hashtags that contain racial slurs and hasn't been able to properly moderate harmful content. After receiving tips from UpScrolled users, TechCrunch confirmed the existence of a wide range of racial slurs and hate speech being used in people's usernames on the app. For instances, some usernames which featured the name of the slur itself, the slur combined with other words, multiple slurs in a single username, or usernames, or other usernames that contain hate speech, like Glory to Mustache Man. That was probably Kanye West. Miss Banshee knows his husband, virtual husband, never will be in real life because they both crazy, but at least Kanye actually has money. Moving on. After reporting these slurs to UpScrolled's public email address, we received a response from that email that the company is actively reviewing and removing inappropriate content, is working to expand its moderation capacity. The email advised us not to engage with bad faith actors while the situation is resolved. Days after reporting this activity on the app, the accounts with slurs and the usernames that were provided to UpScrolled via screenshots remained online. In addition to slurs and hate speech, can be found elsewhere on the app, including hashtags and text alongside its photo or video content. TechCrunch found other harmful content was available, including text posts with racial slurs and hate speech, and photo and video content glorifying Mustache Man based on TechCrunch's review of the app. TechCrunch wasn't alone in identifying this problem. The ADL also published a blog post this month knowing that UpScrolled was becoming home to anti-Semitic extremist content and designated foreign terrorist organizations like Hamas and others. UpScrolled, which was founded in 2025, claims on its website that the platform offers every voice equal power. The app has seen more than 4 million downloads on iOS, Apple, and Android Google since June 2025, according to markets intelligence provider App Figures, a figure even higher than the startup's self-reported number last month. But while UpScroll's frequently asked questions explains the app does its opinions, it does indicate that its policy is to restrict content that involves illegal activity, hate speech, bullying, harassment, explicit nudity, unlicensed copyright material, and anything intended to cause harm. That guidance is similar to most modern-day social media platforms. It's clear, however, that the company is struggling to enforce its rules. It's about that social networks are often faced with, especially those that receive a large influx of new users in a short time period. Blue Sky, for instance, faced issues with slurs in account usernames in July of 2023, which led to users threatening to leave the site. After UpScrolled's initial reply to our inquiry, TechCrunch also received a response from the press account on Tuesday, which directed us to UpScrolled founders Azim Hajjah's new video, where he addressed the issues with content moderation. So right here, what does it take to build a safer social media platform? Hajjah breaks it down. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go.
Hey guys, Isam here from UpScrolled. thank you to everyone who has joined the app. I'm so glad you are here. Now I'm going to address something directly. We are seeing harmful content uploaded to UpScrolled, things that have no place on this app, content that explicitly violates the terms of our platform. This content goes against everything we stand for. So I want to be clear. UpScrolled exists because you deserve a platform that does not exploit you. You deserve a feed built for you, not for billionaire interests. Free of surveillance and free of political censorship. That's the app we created, and we are working hard to maintain. No form of racism belongs here. This includes white supremacy, anti-Arab racism, anti-Semitism, and all other forms of racism. There is no room for content that exploits children or content that is homophobic or transphobic. And I can't believe I have to say this, but books do not belong here either. If that's what you're posting, this isn't the right platform for you. We are offering everyone the freedom to express and share their opinions in a healthy and respectful digital environment. So what are we actually doing to create that environment? We are rapidly expanding our content moderation team, and we are upgrading our technology infrastructure so we can catch and remove harmful content more effectively. Our global team is operating 24/7 to keep the platform safe, and their current top priority is removing and preventing violations. Right now, nearly every resource we have is going into making this app exactly what we promised, a space to share freely with your privacy in mind. That's my promise, and I'm so grateful for every single one of you for being on this journey with us. Thank you.
You know what? He did more than Elon Musk has never done. Keep it a buck. In the video, he confirmed that users have been uploading harmful content that goes against UpScrolled's terms of service. The company believes we are offering everyone the freedom to express and share their opinions in a healthy and respectful digital environment. Ajay said to create that environment, he said the company is rapidly expanding our content moderation team, and we are upgrading our technology infrastructure so that we can catch and remove harmful content more effectively. What I loved about that response was he understood what was happening. He didn't run away from it, and he faced it head on. That's more than Elon Musk has never done. Elon Musk has allowed racism, bigotry, and everything in between on Twitter. And if Twitter would have stayed Twitter, it would have been successful. Twitter was successful already before Elon Musk came and bought it. Just keeping it a buck. Okay, so just, child, let's roll on. Let's roll on now. Let's go back round to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years of a platform, or being a platform rather, on to the next 25. Now, this story right here, you need to pay attention to because this is huge. $600 million HIV cuts threaten decades of American progress. Decades of public health gain hangs in the balance as federal funding vanishes. The 47 administration's abrupt termination of $600 million in Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has sent shockwaves through America's public health infrastructure, leaving communities that have fought tirelessly against HIV and sexually transmitted diseases scrambling for alternatives. Yeah. The president that paid for a adult star to have sex with him and to spank him, and who also auctioned off young girls, judged their tightness, and forced them to perform fellatio on him, and said if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, that he'll be dating her. That person just cut off $600 million of funding for HIV, STD, and HIV surveillance. Yeah, I know. The sweeping cutbacks, which the Department of Health and Human Services justified as not reflecting agency priorities, represents one of the most significant rollbacks of disease prevention funding in recent memory. The decision affects a sprawling network of state and local health departments, hospitals, universities, and nonprofit organizations across California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, and beyond. These institutions have served as the front lines in America's battle against infectious diseases, provide everything from testing and treatment to education and prevention services for rural populations. HIV surveillance and the treatment programs face elimination. Among the casualties of the funding freeze are programs that health experts consider essential to controlling disease spread. Los Angeles County stands to lose $1.1 million earmarked for HIV surveillance, a critical tool for tracking infections patterns and deploying resources where they are needed most. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago will forfeit $5.2 million designated for promoting pre-exposure prophylaxis among Black cisgender women, a demographic that faces disproportionately HIV risk. While Chicago's research initiatives studying populations mostly affected by sexually transmitted diseases will see $7 million evaporate. The elimination of these programs comes at a particularly precarious moment. Public health officials have spent years building infrastructure to deliver cutting-edge prevention tools, including biannual injectable medications that offer powerful protection against HIV infection without sustained federal support. The distribution networks for these innovations could collapse before they reach communities that need them most. Advocates warn of setbacks after decades of progress. Matthew Rose, senior public policy advocate at the Human Rights Campaign, characterized the cuts as potentially catastrophic. The federal government's role in developing better detection tools, treatments, and prevention methods has been indispensable. Reversing course now threatens to undo progress that took decades to achieve. This latest reduction continues a pattern established earlier in the administration. The National Institutes of Health canceled numerous HIV-related research grants in 2025, while reports from the previous year suggested plans to dismantle the CDC's division of HIV prevention entirely. Together, these actions signal a fundamental shift in federal priorities away from infectious disease control. State leaders brace for impact. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Colorado Governor Jared Polis have acknowledged the funding terminations, though both say they received no formal advance notification. The governor pledged to respond appropriately, but the scale of cuts presents stark challenges. State budgets already stretched thin by competing demands may struggle to absorb hundreds of millions in lost federal support. Private sector cannot fill the gap. Public health advocates express skepticism that private donors and charitable organizations can compensate for the federal withdrawal. The infrastructure required to operate effective prevention programs, including staffing, laboratory facilities, outreach workers, and data systems, demand reliable, sustained funds that philanthropy rarely provides at the necessary scale. Without government funding, essential services may simply cease to exist in many communities. The timing of these cuts are particularly troubling, given persistent disparities in HIV and STD rates. Certain populations, including racial minorities, LGBTQIA+ individuals, and people in underserved demographic areas, continue experiencing infection rates far beyond national averages. The programs are now being eliminated. The very programs now being eliminated were designed to address these inequities through target interventions. Uncertain path forward. As state and local health departments assess the damage, officials face difficult choices about which services to preserve and which to sacrifice. Some communities may see testing centers closed, prevention education programs shut down, and treatment access restricted. The full consequences of funding cuts will likely unfold over months and years as disease surveillance weakens and infection rates potentially climb. Health departments are exploring alternative funding sources, including state appropriations, local grants, and partnerships with community organizations. However, mobilizing these resources takes time. Time that people at risk of infection may not have. The challenge ahead will test whether America's public health system can maintain hard-won gains against infectious diseases without the federal government and made those achievements possible in the first place. So this is very terrifying. The fact that the U.S. government has cut off funding for HIV and STD research and HIV surveillance. Now, I'm going to bring something up to y'all that y'all may not know about. I just want to say trigger warning. I hope that you're done eating breakfast, because what I'm about to bring up is sincerely disgusting, demented, and decrepit behavior. Okay? Now, this was said out loud, okay? And I'm just going to show it to you. And we can go from there, okay? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. There you go. See that? You see that? And in the short, my hand's going to be over here. But you see that? See that right there? So we got a health secretary that used to do that on toilet seats. And him and the president and Dr. Oz came out and said that Tylenol has links to autism. And then they want to tell who can and cannot get the vaccine for COVID, and also to tell the parents how they should raise their children when it comes to vaccines. Y'all remember that dumb black fuck in Florida saying that, you know, praise God that we don't have to have our kids take vaccines. So the president has cut off HIV and STD research and HIV surveillance, but yet his health secretary used to snort Coca-Cola off of toilet seats. That's where we are as a country. Once again, I'm just going to go back to the fact that everybody just had one job on November 4th. We wouldn't be in this mess. And yes, I'm going to keep saying it. And yes, I do see that people are finally starting to see the light and apologize. Too fucking bad. In the words of Frogan, boo fucking who. Now, I don't wish the, 47 supporters get PTSD, like Frogan said about our veterans that allow her to be safe. In the same token, y'all, everybody warned y'all of the hell that was to come if everybody would have voted for him. So now we got to wait till 2028, which there's a silver lining for this. 2028 is the Olympics in Los Angeles. He will not be president by that time. So, everybody during these midterms need to get that House and that Senate to blue and fuck him up the ass with no lube and let him bleed and suffer for the last part of his presidency. That's where I'm at with it. When you have a person like this that did this and funding that is being cut for something important's happening, it's non-negotiable. Okay? All right, moving on. All right, y'all, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about radio, shall we? And the power it has in people's lives. I know. How we're going to go from toilets and Coca-Cola, and I don't mean the drink, y'all. Follow with what I'm saying. Marie Fagration know about that, but that's neither here nor there. But listen, let's roll on to radio and the power it has in people's lives, all right? From Urban Insight, #1 urban radio community. This is coming to us from Bridge Ratings and Research. So, by the way, shout out to Dick Van Dyke, which he has no relation to Dick Van Dyke, okay? Dave Van Dyke has no relation to Dick Van Dyke. There we go. What it has struggled with is something more subtle, evolving its role in people's lives. For decades, radio's job was simple: create music, deliver local information, and create companionship. That worked when radio was the most convenient audio choice in the room, and radio was the first platform of media, to the point where talk shows were on radio, dramas were on radio, sitcoms were on radio. Then we got TV, where it was just with pictures. Today, audio is infinite, personalized, and always in your pocket. The competition isn't just Spotify or podcast. It's every other way attention can be spent. So what is radio's next step? It isn't more apps. It isn't AI playlists. It isn't chasing streaming services on their terms. Radio's next step is becoming culturally indispensable again. That sounds big, but it's actually very specific. The winning move for radio is to double down on what no algorithm can truly replicate: human presence, shared experience, and local relevance. Streaming wins on personalization. Radio wins when it feels alive. The future of radio is not about playing songs better. It's about creating moments people feel a part of. None of this is new. In fact, radio has been talking about being more local, more human, more engaging for at least 20 years. The uncomfortable truth is that the strategy has been clear for a long time. The industry just hasn't consistently acted on it. What's changed now isn't the idea, it's the cost of continuing to delay. We already see proof of what works. Live local reactions during breaking news and weather, morning shows that feel like a part of the listener's routine, not background noise. on-air conversations that spill onto social text and real-world events. Community-driven program that reflects what's happening right here, right now. Radio's next step is to shift from being a music delivery system to becoming an experience platform. Let's keep going. That means rethinking what success looks like. Ratings still matter, but engagement is the leading indicator of relevance. Are people interacting? Are they sharing clips? Are they referencing what happened on air later that day? Or advertisers seeing response, not just reach? For casual listeners, this shift shows up as radio feeling more alive and less like a jukebox. For industry professionals, it means reinventing in creativity, personality, and local storytelling. The things radio once led with, but slowly deprioritized in favor of efficiency. Ironically, the next step for radio looks a lot like its best era, but updated from our behavior. The golden age of radio wasn't built on perfect playlists. It was built on connection, surprise, and emotional relevance. That's still the playbook. Tools have changed. The mission hasn't. Radio doesn't need to become more like tech. It needs to become more like itself at its best. Now, I want to go to something real quick because I find this very interesting with this. I find it very, very interesting. Give me a moment. Now, I did say something very interesting here. I want to bring this up because I talked about this 1 month ago, actually. So here we go. Bring this up. Right here. iHeartMedia could use this right here. Below is a full enterprise-ready framework iHeartMedia can use to launch a scalable entertainment, media, pop culture radio format designed to specifically revitalize underperforming music format stations while also creating a new national intellectual property that integrates radio, digital podcasts, and live events and social culture. So here's the iHeartMedia brand plan: entertainment, media, pop culture, radio format. Working brand names: iHeart Pop Culture Radio, iHeart Entertainment Network, iHen, iHeart Now, iHeart Culture, iHeart Trending. File name can be more contested. Plan is format agnostic. So brand plan. Number one, brand purpose. To become the daily audio destination for what's happening now: entertainment, media, fandom, and culture across Hollywood, streaming, gaming, creators, sports, adjacent entertainment, social media. Brand promise: if it's trending, breaking, or shaping culture, you'll hear it first. Brand positioning: not music radio, not news radio, not talk radio, it's culture radio. Fast, social, personality-driven, platform aware. Target audience: primary ages 18 to 34, digital native, socially connected, heavy consumers of streaming content, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, podcast, pop culture news. Secondary, 35 to 49, cord cutters, entertainment first listeners. Brand personality: smart but fun, inclusive, internet fluent, fast moving, career friendly, opinion ahead but not political. Now, does anybody remember when I did that, right? And I talked about Charlemagne the God. And when I talked about Charlemagne the God and the fact that he has a $200 million deal with iHeart, during that live, I pitched that idea of what if you could take the low performing music radio stations and be able, right, to basically make what we do here on YouTube happen on radio, where you are talking about entertainment news, where you are talking about pop culture news, where you are talking about content that is trending, right? And so sometimes, and really most of the time, the moves that are going to eventually happen are already happening in front of you. Like I said, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Understand the moves that are happening around you. You'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. And honestly, I really do believe that this could happen. I really truly believe that iHeartRadio doing their pop culture radio brand could absolutely happen. Like, for example, let me go here. Go to this. And I want to show y'all something that really hones in on this. I want you to look at this. Right here, this job came out 27 days ago from iHeartMedia. iHeartRadio social media content creator and coordinator in New York. Okay, let's read the job description. Right here. Right here. iHeartRadio is seeking a social media content creator coordinator to support the development and execution of social first programming, including TikTok radio and other emerging initiatives. Yeah. I know. How did Braylon think of this? I know. Let's keep going. This position will focus on creating high-impact short-form content, reacting to real-time moments, and helping evolve how radio shows up across TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and future platforms. This role is ideal for a creative self-star who is passionate about social culture and thrives in fast-paced environments, and is excited to help shape the next generation of iHeartRadio content. So what you'll do, ideate, create, and publish high volumes of original short-form content across TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and emerging platforms. Develop social video, graphics, and written content that drives engagement, including likes, comments, shares, and saves. Support social-first programs such as TikTok Radio through daily content creation, trend participation, and career-led storytelling. Monitor real-time performance and audience feedback, pulling insights and quickly adapting content strategies accordingly. Collaborate cross-functionally with social programming, podcasting, and editorial teams on fast-turn projects with tight timelines. Community engagement on platforms to craft thoughtful responses and engage audiences. Participate in brainstorms, kickoffs, and creative reviews, contribute ideas, and supporting content strategy development. Attend live or in-studio events as needed to capture behind the scenes of real-time content. So if they already have a position, right, for wanting to find a content creator to do all of that, including building out, new platforms, right? Don't you think that this pop culture plan that I came up with could actually happen? Just keeping it a buck. Just saying. Trying to think of what live I did that. Give me a moment, because I am trying to think of what live I did that on. Because I know it wasn't too long ago. It was like a month ago. Just gotta scroll down. This is it. Yep, here it is. Here it is right here, y'all. So this is the live right here. So in this live where I did, podcast versus show and daytime TV breakdown town hall right here. This is where I talk about the future of media. Brainly proposes a framework for iHeartMedia to launch a scalable entertainment media and pop culture radio format that integrates radio, digital, podcast, and live events. This vision aims to create an ESPN of entertainment culture by leveraging pop culture trends, creator interviews, and social commentary across various platforms. Now, iHeart, if y'all do this, y'all need to call me so we can execute this respectfully, accordingly, and accurately. Okay? All right? Moving on. Just like I always say, one thing to know and two things for sure over here on this channel, and damn it, I'm going to play it because it's factual. A lot happens early.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell. And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it out right. But whatever you start in the daylight, and a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Dirty.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Like I say, y'all, I just tell you what's on my mind. That's it. Literally, the thing that I am talking about right here, with the future of iHeartMedia right here is already in a job description. Let me go back right here. Here it is. This is a real job. If anybody wants to apply for it, came out 27 days ago. They're looking for an iHeartRadio social media content creator and coordinator. And let me go back through the biggest part of this that I want everybody to get. iHeartRadio is seeking a social media content creator / coordinator to support the development and execution of social first program, including TikTok radio and other emerging initiatives. Other emerging initiatives. Y'all can do what y'all want to do. I'm just telling you what's going on, all right? Let's keep going because we do have more Burnley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From cruiseindustrynews.com, this makes me happy. Virgin Voyages adult-only travel boom fuels record growth, everybody. Virgin Voyages said it closed 2025 with its strongest year-over-year performance since launch, reporting what it calls a record momentum with double-digit revenue surge. More specifically, bookings were almost up 20% year-over-year, with gross ticket revenue increasing almost 30%, and ships selling at full commercial load factors. January 2026 marked the highest booking month in the company's history. The company said the brand explained that it is capitalizing on rising demand in the adult-only travel sector. For those of you who don't know, Oceana Cruises, which is under Norwegian Cruise Line, has shifted to adult-only sailings. That'll be happening here soon. But if you did book a cruise with them before that time, they are going to honor that. So some of the kids' spaces will be more adult-themed. Also, two Celebrity Cruises, free Wi-Fi and drinks. That's also on Virgin Voyages. For cruise lines, they are doing adult-only sailings. All that has happened because of Virgin Voyages, okay? Just know that. Let's see. The brand explained that it is capitalizing on a rising demand in the adult-only travel sector, which is expected to double to $18.1 billion in 2023. $18.1 billion by 2020. Not 2020, child. My brain is still waking up. $18.1 billion by 2033. I love the fact we can be real with each other, okay? $18.1 billion by 2033. $18.1 billion by 2033 compared to $9.2 billion in 2024. Normal Samutu, CEO of Virgin Voyages, said that kid-free travel is not a niche category but a movement. We didn't approach kid-free travel as a short-term trend. We built Virgin Voyages rather around it from day one. As adults look for more space to truly switch off and reconnect, whether that's with themselves, their partners, or their friends, we're seeing that we what we create generally resonates, rather. So remember to explain. The segment is said to be growing at a 7.8% compound annual growth rate, fueled by factors such as changing travel priorities, a renewed focus on balance, and greater cultural visibility, among others. Virgin also shared that longer itineraries are outperforming forecasts, particularly in the Caribbean, Mediterranean, and Northern Europe. But the U.S. remains the strongest market for the brand, with Alaska booking up triple digits. The company considers the debut of Brilliant Lady the fourth vessel in the company's fleet, a defining moment for its 2025. The ship kicked off its maiden season for Virgin Voyages in New York City on September 5th, 2025. First of all, congratulations to Virgin Voyages. I have always loved this brand. I followed it in the beginning when it was first taken off, and the fact that there are no kids on board, everything is included. So let me pull up Virgin Voyages. This is not a commercial for them, okay? We're talking. But also, it doesn't hurt to promote either. You know what I mean? So let's go to virginvoyages.com and see why this is trending. Okay, so here it is here. And this is happening right now. 80% off for second sailor, plus up to $350 in free drinks and $300 on board on Caribbean voyages, right? So this is on board. So why Virgin Voyages? What's included? Let's go to what's included. You see all that up top right there, but let's see what's included on the cruise. So, introducing fair and flexible fares. And fair in that we give you much more for your voyage. Fair and flexible in that you can make changes anytime you want without penalty. A lot of travel companies like to trick you with extra low prices in their headlines, nickel and diamond you layer. On every voyage here, you get over $1,000 of value, which includes access to all of our premium dining at 20 plus eateries with menus curated by Michelin star chefs, group fitness classes, Wi-Fi, award-winning entertainment, and a soda and drinks package. Yeah. As you can see here, #1 mega cruise ship, travel and leisure, world's best awards 2025, best cruise line for the money, U.S. News and World Report, best ocean cruise line, ocean category, cruise critics, Cruisers Choice Awards, cruise getaways, adults only at Secret, housekeeping travel awards, and best adults only cruise, USA Today 10 best cruises 2025. So all the dining that's on board, all included. And not to mention you get free Wi-Fi, unlimited group workouts, and not to mention too, all the drinks you have, right? So whether that's coffee, tea, water, soda, all that's included. And then of course the entertainment, okay? So let's see here. Trying to find the actual. Give me a moment, y'all. So there adults only there. Over $1,000 in every sailing, fresh to order meals. And then you see all of the reviews here, right? All these reviews. And there's the dining, all of that there. You know what? Let's go to, and then here are all the different ones here. So they have the Sea Terrans here. So they have actually updated their ships where you have your own terrace, right? Now they do have the insider cabins as well. This is your sea view cabin there. We have your own porthole. This is the interior cabin. So this actually flips out. So it can be a bed or a couch, right? So they come in. And then of course the Rockstar quarters, right? And then look at the design. Okay. Yeah, that's on board a ship. So let's do destinations here. We're just going to do destinations. So let's do week-long getaways. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do 8 nights right here. So right here, this is the starting price per cabin, $1,770. So we're going to choose that. So right here, all of this here is included. All of that there. All right, let me see if I'm going Virgin, Voyages. Give me a moment now. What's included? Come on, image. So right here, this is from Eat, Sleep, Cruise right here. So all 20 restaurants are included. So you know how like you gotta go on Virgin, Royal Caribbean, not Virgin, sorry, Norwegian, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, where there's like specialty restaurants and stuff. Every restaurant is included. There's no main dining room. There's no sub times. So your soda, water, non-pressed juices like, you know, milk and orange juice and apple juice, drip coffee and tea, that's included. And you get basic Wi-Fi access throughout the ship and at the beach club. Now, if you want to work from sea and the premium, that costs a little more, but everything is included, right? That includes alcohol beverages, premium coffee, shore excursions, gratuity, spa treatments, and thermal suite tattoo services. Those cost extra, but you get free Wi-Fi, all your complimentary drinks. So every day that you wake up for orange juice, you don't have to pay for it. And not to mention, too, all your dining is included. So it really is quite a really cool thing. And they are also the only cruise line to do this thing I'm about to show you. I've showed you guys this before. This is really cool. There we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's watch this. I love our damn show.
Hello.
It's easy to navigate. It's really sleek.
User-friendly. I like user-friendly stuff.
Shake it.
What? Is this how you shake it?
I'm shaking my phone right now. It's not doing anything, but when you shake your phone, champagne comes out.
Hi, Richard Branson.
Hello. Look behind you. Is this a joke?
Do you deliver the champagne every time?
This is amazing. I'm a lookalike. Would you like some champagne?
Yeah, you can actually do that. So, you know, listen, shout out to Virgin Voyages for making it do what it do. Love those guys and hope to collaborate with them one day very soon. So, yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Since we're talking about travel, let's keep going because we are not the only ones who want more from Universal, okay? From Travel Weekly by North Star. And by the way, that is the this is the company here that brings us this, or the platform rather. Universal is still in its epic era, and travel advisors are ready for more. So this is How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. And if you need a little taste of what Epic Universe really is all about, take a look at this. Roll it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, that's Epic Universe, everybody. So travel advisors definitely want more of it. So here we go. Universal Orlando Resort sales have soared for travel agencies thanks to its newest theme park, Universal Epic Universe, which will celebrate its first birthday in I have to do this. I have to. Justin Timberlake, can you help us out here, good sir? When is its first birthday?
It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna
I love
be
our
May.
show.
It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May. It's gonna be May.
Thank you, Justin, so much, man. His first birthday is gonna be in May. While Universal continues to tweak throughput, the number of guests that can be accommodated on attractions, advisors say clients are complaining about overcrowding or lengthy wait times. Still, advisors would like to see the park expand with a new themed world. There are currently 5 or additional attractions. I would be surprised if we don't hear more about Epic and their future plans, said Adam Duckworth, president and founder of Travelmation in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because here's the thing, in the theme park space, everyone's always trying to one-up each other. While Epic has only been open for nearly 9 months, they've been open for the near length of a pregnancy, everybody. It is not yet operating at full capacity. Universal continues to fine-tune how many guests can be accommodated on attractions, which enables greater attendance overall. While Universal hasn't said exactly how it's increasing throughput, that fine-tuning is expected to wrap up at the end of 2026. The mechanics of how they're going to increase throughput on individual rides, that's really dependent upon the ride itself, said Pete Wesher, director of themed experience programs at the University of Central Florida School of Performing Arts. The most obvious is the Express Lane. Express Pass, Universal's paid skip the line service, offers exclusive entrances to most attractions. The Epic Universe, only one attraction, Dragon Racers Rally, currently doesn't have an express line. When the park opened, several attractions didn't have one, most notably the headliner, Harry Potter and the Bow at the Ministry. Washer said a number of throughput issues can also be traced to how attractions are loaded and unloaded. Omni-mover attractions, for instance, are particularly efficient because vehicles are on continuous track. But attractions where riders are 100% restrained can take longer to load, for example, like Stardust Racers. you're talking about systems where there's a lot of innovation going on. Epic ride systems that are literally brand new, completely innovative, never been done before. What you said, there's going to be a trade-off when you're doing something that complex and that spectacular. It might take longer to load, but I think that's without question a worthwhile trade-off. The tweaking of throughput will ultimately increase the park's capacity and reduce lines. And while guests will undoubtedly welcome shorter lines, they are complaining about waits or overcrowding at the park right now, advisors report. With the exception of a few attractions with typically shorter wait times like Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein Experiment, and Constellation Carousel, guests can expect to wait an average of about an hour on most Epic Universal attractions, said Greg Ontel, who owns Let's Adventure Travel and Mickey Travels in Windermere, Florida, along with his wife Alyssa. And that is inside the atrium of the British Ministry of Magic. And it is as tall as it looks. I mean, it's just stunning. Watching ride footage, and the queue is an attraction by itself. Guests often wait more than 2 hours for a bow at the Ministry of Motion Simulator attraction. Our agents are informing guests to expect long lines rather. Antoinette said it's not a bothersome request, as tourists expect that from headline grabbing new experiences. Duckworth said he personally hasn't felt Epic crowd levels to be overwhelming, and he hasn't received guest feedback about overcrowding. Still, new attractions or worlds would be welcome. If they don't build the Emerald City, they're fools. You fool! He said with a laugh. I just don't know who would not authorize that with the success of the Wicked franchise. Well, Mark Woodbury did say that when he was on the set of Wicked, that it was a theme park waiting to happen. So he did, add some magic to the water. It will provide more capacity for the park, and we did do a live on that about Wicked Dominion. So if you want to see what I believe could come for the Wicked Land, go to my Wicked Dominion live. Just type that in after this live, though. Okay, so anyway, it will provide more capacity for the park. More indoor attractions are high on Antonel's wish list with Florida's hot summers and the unusual cold spell in late January, early February. Now, when I did the Universal Epic Universal expansion plan, basically what I did, I took every open section that could be for expansion, just made a cold attraction because Florida is hot, so you need places to be cool. But also, too, there is talk of a indoor dark ride for Creature of the Black Lagoon in Dark Universe, and also Luigi's Mansion as well for Super Nintendo World. Epic revenue increases at Let's Adventure Travel. 2026 sales are projected to be up 97% year over year, at least partially due to Epic. Antonell said at Travelmation, Universal Orlando sales were up 64% as of the end of January, with the size of our organization pulling 10% or 15% growth is something to celebrate, Duckworth said. Travelmation is number 56 on Travel Weekly's power list with 2024 sales of $230 million. Can I hold 50 million of that though? Yeah, I just hold 50. I just want 50 million. Travelmation's astronomical level of universal growth indicates that the momentum from Epic is carrying into its first year. Duckworth said people are still going. They are still excited about. He said we're also seeing what Universal hopes will happen. We're seeing people stay on their properties for longer visits. And that is the Kronos, everybody. You walk through that Kronos. Of course, you have the gates here, but what's the point of going through those gates when that's the main access point to get into all the experiences? Executives at Universal's parent company, Comcast Corp, reiterated that the goal of longer visits during the company's Q4 earnings call on January 29th. They also said Epic is driving higher spending and attendance at all of Universal Orlando's parks. Universal in January loosened ticketing for park, which was tightly controlled in 2025. Now guests can purchase multi-day and part-to-part tickets that allow unrestricted access to Epic. They do not have single-day tickets yet, I don't believe. But actually, hang on, give me a moment. Give me one moment, because I think I did announce that. Single day. Okay, so yeah, they do have single day tickets for Epic. Let me I announced that 11 months ago, but let me go to Universal Orlando's website here. More tickets. Because in this article it's saying that you have multi-day tickets and part-to-part tickets. So I'm trying to think. Well, was that the single day ticket for like, okay, you can go in for a single day during the test period? Because there was like previews for Epic. But give me a moment. I also got a bonus Universal destination for y'all coming up here. All right, Epic Universe, 5 tickets. Now open. Sport tickets. Okay, so we just want 1 day ticket. Just 1 day ticket. Okay, so they do have a 1 day ticket. Okay, so they do have a 1 day ticket. So here it is here, y'all. So they forgot to add this. So right here. So if you get a 1 day ticket to Epic Universe, it's $139 per day. Child ticket $134, right? And then of course you have 2 parks here. 1 day ticket between Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure. 1 day ticket to either park there. And then 1 day ticket to Volcano Bay. But they do not have a 1 day ticket where you can go from Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and Epic Universe. They don't have that. Now, if you're doing a 3 day ticket, for example, you can move between all 4 parks. I want everybody to see this shit because everybody keeps saying Volcano Bay is a water park. No, it's a theme park. A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. 4 parks. Okay? All right? Moving on. Sick of y'all saying that dumb shit. Moving on. Listen, Dale Mason and the team at Universal Creative actually created a backstory behind Volcano Bay. So that's why I get so passionate. Now, if they didn't create no backstory, yes, I would be saying it's a water park. But because they created that amazing backstory, it is a theme park, and the theme is water, okay? I mean, the backside of water is a theme in Jungle Cruise, okay? Don't at me. Here we go. Here, guests have an easier time booking, and they're happily taking advantage of the opportunity. Antonell said, this park has had 5 years of budget and gained plenty of headlines through the pandemic when everyone's trapped at home. That era worked as an extended marketing campaign for Epic, and the 2026 pre-sales numbers indicate that demand's off the charts. Universal sales do not appear to be cannibalizing sales of other products. Duckworth said Dalmatian's Walt Disney World Resort sales are up 20% year over year, a very good number for the HC cruising resorts and SeaWorld sales have also been unaffected, he added. So a little bit later on tonight, actually, I got something really cool for y'all. So y'all know we always are talking about theme parks over here, and we are going to be talking about this here. Let me show y'all this a little bit later on tonight. So this map right here, this 4th, 5th theme park right here. I talked about all this already. We did the Universal hotels. I talked about how Retroville could come here, or Wicked, and then a Wicked Elphaba version over here. Talked about all that, right? But I did talk about this. I had to do some work to figure out what could that theme park be. Y'all wait till y'all see it tonight at 8:30, okay? And now, of course, we have the Potomac review tonight at 6 o'clock, so all that good stuff in due time. Want to give a shout out to 2 great content creators. Vincent Vision, shout out to you, good sir. He was at the Universal Theme Parks exhibition right here, so I want to give Vincent Vision his credit right here. And then Magical Hijinks there. Now, we're going to watch Magical Hijinks because they have the full tour, but I do want to give credit to Vincent Vision because he is an amazing content creator. Like I said, the talk of the expansion of Epic Universe is constant news. They just talked about how they are building a 2-story pavilion Some people have said that the pavilion won't really do anything. I say bullshit to that. I mean, it holds 1,000 people, so I think, wedding receptions and weddings will happen, birthdays, anniversaries. I do think you can probably make a lounge in that, 2-story pavilion where you can get out of the heat of Florida. So now with that being said, let's go through this here Universal Theme Parks, the exhibition. Here we go.
Oh my goodness, it's the original little Boo. What's up, my dudes? It's Demi, and today we're in Philadelphia for the Universal Theme Park exhibition at the Franklin Institute. This is a limited time museum where you get to see props and concept art and so much more. And I'm so excited to go and take you along with me. So now let's get into it. Let's see the Universal exhibition and let's go get into some hijinks. The Universal exhibition is here through September 7th. I recommend buying your tickets online ahead of time because you do have timed entry. And then you'll scan your online ticket to get your wristband. There are 1-bag lockers and 2-bag lockers on the 3rd floor for $4 or $5. There is no re-entry and there is no bathroom in this exhibit, so make sure to go beforehand. I am so excited. Let's get going on this exhibition. I am going to be showing you the full little pre-show that they're doing, so if you want to skip the little pre-show, skip to this timestamp right here.
I don't think about risk as a deterrent or as a reason not to do something. There's risk inherent in every genre.
Pushing boundaries and taking risks. That sounds like the maverick spirit behind Universal destinations and experiences. From historic beginnings as a groundbreaking movie studio, through the creation of epic theme park destinations around the globe, Universal has constantly pushed the boundaries of entertainment. It's why they're never satisfied. But where did this spirit come from? And where is it going next? The adventure begins back in 1915. Carl Laemmle opened what was called Universal City, a place where the public could come to see film sets and witness movie making firsthand. This spirit of guest immersion, along with pioneering new film genres like horror, helped set Universal apart from other studios. But it was only the beginning. In 1965, Universal launched the Glamour Trams, combining the studio tour with a dash of movie magic, a moment that revolutionized the future of their experiences forever. Once again, Universal changed the game, evolving the observational studio tour into a living experience.
This is
to overcome the
incredible
challenges of showcasing real movie and TV production. Universal started recreating scenes and moments from iconic films like Jaws, Back to the Future, and King Kong, and letting guests travel through them. First as part of the tram tour, and then on a variety of different ride vehicles. This new type of adventure invited guests quite literally to ride the movies, merging cutting-edge technology with their world-class storytelling. But that wasn't the only thing they pioneered. Following in their horror legacy, they created the revolutionary Halloween Horror Nights, the first of many marquee events.
Now, if you don't know about Halloween Horror Nights, think of the island from Scooby-Doo times a million. They don't play. They always say, don't go alone. They don't just say that to say that, okay? Jack the Clown is a whole terror in every sense of the word.
Annual experiences were just another example of their relentless innovation. And through the years, Universal has brought this maverick spirit around the world. Now millions of guests at new parks around the globe get to experience this unique brand of cutting-edge storytelling every day. But they weren't done pushing the boundaries just yet. In 2010, Universal had another ace up their sleeve, a bold idea, a boundary-breaking innovation of immersive storytelling, the wizarding world of Harry Potter. In partnership with Warner Brothers, this once again revolutionized the theme park experience, melding cutting-edge technology with a new level of 360-degree immersive storytelling. Now guests can live their own adventure in multiple Wizarding World locations across the globe.
So it's taking the things that we've done particularly well and making them even better, and then introducing new stories, new immersion, new environments, new technology to take the experience to a new level.
Every Universal project has been building towards the grand finale of the tour today, Universal Epic Universe. This groundbreaking new theme park reimagines what a theme park can be with jaw-dropping immersive worlds of wonder and excitement. And now you get to explore Universal's Maverick Spirit yourselves. When the tram door opens, you're invited to step behind the scenes and learn about the teams and processes that bring Universal's projects to life. Because as Steven Spielberg said,
you need a great team. You need to trust the artists, and the artists, you need to be able to have leadership, and you need to be able to believe with your heart and soul the project you're working on.
And in the end, you might just find a place in the future of Universal's story.
I love that we got a pre-show and we're not even at the park.
That was amazing.
And we're walking through the arches. Feels like Universal now. So this first room is Creative Sparks, Blue Skies, and Big Ideas.
There's
My
Creature of the
baby
Black
Frankenstein's
Lagoon.
Manor. So the blue sky phase of designing is when we're not even at the park. And we're walking through the arches. Feels like Universal now. So this first room
So right
is
here
Creative Sparks,
is
Blue
the Creature of
Sky,
the Black Lagoon right there.
and Big Ideas. My baby Frankenstein's Manor. So the blue sky phase of designing is when there's no worrying about budget or practicality or constraints, and designers can just focus on creativity, and they lead to these incredible brainstorming sessions to innovate concepts that shape the rest of the project. Then they create storyboards, which acts as a visual script, letting creators map out scenes, camera angles, and even the emotional tone of a piece before production begins. This is so cool. You can get into a huge cutout of a piece of storyboard for the Jaws ride for a picture. So they have a bunch of different
Hang on, go back.
letting creators map out scenes,
Did
camera
y'all see the detail
angles,
there?
huge.
That, like, how do you get in that? Like, that's incredible. That's just okay.
Cutout of a piece of storyboard
Man,
for
makes
the
me wanna
Jaws
go
ride
to
for a picture. So they have a bunch of different concept arts that you can see, which is amazing to see the original concept arts for things. And then right underneath it is an interactive part of the experience where you can brainstorm an attraction. Okay, I'm gonna do family of all ages attraction, select an emotion. I'm gonna go fear because I'm a spooky fan. I'm going dark ride. I love a dark ride. Listen, it's no Monsters Unchained, but I'll take it. Speaking of Monsters Unchained, they have the Dark Universe soundtrack on vinyl. That is beautiful. Also, if you know my channel, you know I love the Constellation Carousel. It's absolutely beautiful. This is the sheet music to some of the original music that is designed for that ride that just makes it so magical. We have a 3D test figure of the ride vehicle. So beautiful. It's like literally the most beautiful carousel you will ever see in your entire life, and the ride vehicles make it. Also, make sure to check out all of my Universal and Epic Universe videos. I will link that playlist for you here and put in the description box below. I got you covered on food, hotel, and everything you need to know. Halloween Horror Nights fans, you're going to be very excited about this next part. One of my favorite houses of all time was Dead Man's Pier. I believe that was in 2022. Yes, it is. And this is the scenic book for it. It was one of the most beautiful houses Horror Nights has ever created, and to see it from this concept is unbelievably amazing. Over at Epic and Ministry of Magic, we have the Cafe Siren, and excited about this next
has
part.
never done anything like, well, I'm not going to say that. Disney, they did their 100-year exhibit, but like, let me zoom in for a minute. Let me zoom in. And shout out to Magical Hijinks for getting this. I want you to look at this. The detail in that's the official Universal logo. They are showing the plans of how they broke this thing down to the public, which you're never supposed to do. But the thing that has always fascinated people about theme parks is the minutia behind why is this like this, right? So let's keep going. This is fascinating.
One of my favorite houses of all time was Dead Man's Pier. I believe that was in 2022. Yes, it is. And this is the scenic book for it. It was one of the most beautiful houses Horror Nights has ever created, and to see it from this concept is unbelievably amazing. Over at Epic and Ministry of Magic, you have the Cafe Siren, and this is really cool that they included this because you can see all the samples that they picked out that eventually created this incredibly beautiful space. This is really amazing. They have many ideas are explored, but not all designs make it into the final experience. And there was going to be a sing attraction which now looking at this concept art looks unbelievably amazing, and I love the movie Sing, and I'm really sad that we didn't get it now. And then finally in room 1 we have the production book for the Scary Tales Haunted House Experience from 2018. Really fun and interesting first room. Let's move on to the next one. We have a color change and we are heading into the cutting edge of imagination and reality.
I think that's a velociraptor. Let me go back here. First of all, this looks amazing, right? And the fact that they are showing concept art that did not make it into the final experience, but they're still proud of it. Like, this is the type of transparency that will keep fans coming back, because as long as you're not playing the audience's face, the audience will treat you with respect. When you play in their face, that's when they'll play in your face, and then they'll take their money elsewhere. Talking about you, Disney. So here we go.
Change, and we are heading into the cutting edge of
velociraptor right there, I believe.
Imagination and reality. So first up, we have a 3D model of a Velocicoaster velociraptor. So first they sculpt digital models with all of the detail, and then they 3D print them so that they can get the size and texture and the general appearance. And then this process is repeated and refined until the design is just right before anything full scale is built. That's how imagination becomes something guests can experience. Next up, we have an animated figure of Max from The Secret Life of Pets, which you can ride over in Universal Hollywood. Oh, and actually this is from the Universal Superstar Parade in Orlando. Designers, engineers, and fabricators experiment with materials to develop character skin that looks like it moves like it's real. They originally used latex skin, which looks great at first, but it tends to crack. And it ages too quickly, so now they use silicone. And like you can see on the Velociraptor, it really gives that real life look with all the scales and all the details, and it is able to be durable to last
back
in the
there.
park. And teams are always testing new skin, hair, and fur materials to create figures that last longer, because especially if it's an animatronic that's outside, especially like in Orlando with that weather, it needs to be durable.
I'm guessing that's the bunny from Secret Life of Pets.
Longer, because especially if it's an animatronic that's outside, especially like in Orlando with that weather, it needs to be durable. How do you bring movie characters to life? Since their first attraction, Universal Figures animation teams have answered this question by pushing boundaries of animated figure technology. Early figures like King Kong impressed guests with their scale. The 30-foot tall Kong was programmed 29 different movements, but maintaining it was complicated. Designers addressed these challenges over the years by making components smaller, which led to smoother movements and more nuanced guest interaction. As seen with the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park The Ride, these new figures were highly popular, but innovations didn't stop there. In recent years, more complex and lifelike animated figures emerged in those featured in Monsters Unchained: The Frankenstein Experiment. The development of even smaller and more powerful motors and advanced computer control systems enabled smoother motions and more realistic expressions and easier maintenance. These unforgettable figures embody how engineers, programmers, and designers continue to innovate animated figure technology. So in the center, we have the sheep from Isle of Berk at Universal Epic Universe, and you can now program your own animated figure.
Whoa.
We can nod his head, yes, yes, yes. We can shake his head, no, no. We can close his eyes a little, and then we can open his eyes. We can open his mouth, nom, nom, and tilt his head side to side. He's so cute. I feel like an animatronic puppeteer.
And I'll also tell you the truth, Universal, if y'all put this at Universal Orlando, the exhibition at the theme park, I promise you, people will just go to it just to go to it. I'm glad they're taking it out of the road, but hopefully all this will be at Universal Orlando Resort as the final permanent stop, like, and just leave it up forever, because this is just
Programs use powerful software to make animated figures move with lifelike precision. Their programming sequences and timing ensure every element fits the overall experience. Strategic animation rigs, including control over characters' eyelids, eyebrows, ears, fingers, and toes, breathe a more believable life into the characters and its unique emotions, further adding to the storytelling process. They brought over a Mario Kart AR goggle and visor that you can wear on Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, and they brought over the power-up bands that you can play along in all of the Super Nintendo worlds. I love that you can take one power-up band and go to Japan, Hollywood or Orlando with the same band. They also have this really cool cutout.
Man, did you hear what she said? You can go to any one of the parks with a power-up band. That is cool.
Photo opportunity for VillainCon, which is one of the newest attractions at Universal Orlando. They even brought the Eliminator X, which is the blaster that you use on the ride. I actually really enjoy this game because you can use the app and do all these different types of challenges. The stage manager in me is really excited because you can run a show projection. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. So it says drag the boundaries to align the projection with the tower, okay? Oh, that was so hard. Okay, ooh, pick a show theme. Ooh, oh, hello. So we have Halloween, Mardi Gras, Winter Holiday. Well, we just got back from Universal to align the projection with the tower, okay? Oh, that was actually a little hard. Okay, ooh, pick a show theme. Ooh.
It's giving Wicked. It's giving Wicked. It's giving fucking Wicked. Universal, are you dropping clues in your exhibition? Moving on.
Oh, hello. So we have Halloween, Mardi Gras, Winter Holidays. Well, we just got back from Universal Mardi Gras, so let's do some Mardi Gras. Ah!
Look at okay, dude, I am so geeking out over this.
This is so cool. So pretty. Yes. Love Universal Mardi Gras, most underrated event of the century. And that was this next room. All right, let's move on to room number 3. And here we are, room number 3, a foundation of trust. This is very cool. We have a ride vehicle maquette of Curse the Werewolf in Dark Universe and a drive chain link. Chain links like these paired with anti-rollback mechanisms are part of lift hill ride safety systems. The chains pull the vehicles up to the very top and mechanisms prevent it from rolling back. So I have
Science Museum times a million. There's a museum called the Museum of Discovery in Little Rock, Arkansas. And whenever we would go on field trips, there would be like this big ball of electricity, not like actual electricity, but like a big metal ball. You put your hand on, your hair would stand up and everything. Like, this is giving me this energy. Like, this is so.
I've rolled back on a few of coasters.
At this point, Universal could do science museums as a brand, and people would go. If y'all make science museums this fun, yes.
It's not at Universal though. So we have the very top of the roller
fucking
crest. You have the track spine, a vertical support column, a support phalange. I'm just kidding, flange. Friends. Phoebe Buffet, you know, it's right there. Base footing with the running rails. It's a really nice way to describe the sequence of dropping down on a roller coaster, which, by the way, this is amazing. This is the upstop wheels from RIP Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. These are their guide wheels and the running wheels. This attraction just closed in September to make way for Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, and I cannot wait. The upstop wheels keep the roller coaster train on the track during movements.
So even with the old attractions, they still found a way to honor
the
it.
sides of the track, helping to create a smoother ride, which, if you know Rip Ride Rocket near the end, was not smooth. Still loved it, but there's a reason it's gone now. And then the running wheels are the main wheels of the roller coaster, and they bear the weight of the train, and they are the largest of the wheel assembly. This is so cool. It's all physics. And you get to drop a ball and you can see how the ball will just automatically do the loop with enough force. So let's see if we drop from the top. Woo!
Oh.
Ooh, dang. Versus we drop it from like here,
that's dangerous.
It doesn't make it. So why aren't roller coaster loops circular? The original ones were, but they were very painful to ride. Going around a perfect circle causes the G-forces to suddenly change. If you're not aware, G-forces are a measure of acceleration felt as weight, and it gave people whiplash. The modern teardrop shape allows smoother transitions and comfort and safety. In theme park, safety is paramount. Every ride vehicle has dozens of bolts holding it together, each requiring a specific tightness. Parks often use visual guides during daily maintenance. For example, technicians may read color-coded stripes to determine if each bolt has its proper torque. And then you get to do your own torque by adjusting the lights. And when, nope, we gotta make sure it's green. See, it's not aligned, not aligned. Come on, align. Hello? Now it's green. Now we're safe. We are a safe coaster now. We have a really great photo up of the Secret Life of Pets ride over at Universal Hollywood, which I love this ride so much. I'm glad that there's differences in the parks. Like I always say, like Universal should have more differences, but I love this ride and I wish we had it in Orlando too, or maybe like some similar version. This is really cool. So this is like a map of all of the kind of more intense rides that Universal has across their parks globally. So Velocicoaster's at 70 miles per hour at 155 feet. And then you have Rip Ride Rocket Rip, which was 65 miles per hour at 167 feet. The Flying Dinosaur, which I rode in Universal Japan, you can go check out, which is an insane ride, is 62 miles per hour and 151 feet. And even though it's less miles per hour, you are facing down like Superman in Six Flags. Stardust Racers in Epic Universe is 62 with 133. Hollywood the Dream, which is also in Universal Japan, very similar to Rip Ride Rocket. It was 56 miles per hour, 144 feet. My favorite, Hagrid's, is 50 miles per hour and 65 feet up. It doesn't matter if it's big. Hagrid's is proof that it doesn't have to be the tallest or the fastest ride to be the best ride in the world. And I can fully say that as I've been to many parks around the world, and this is still to this day my favorite ride and still the busiest line in all the Universal parks. The new coaster coming to Universal Hollywood and eventually to Universal Orlando, Hollywood Drift Fast and Furious is 72 miles per hour with 192 feet. And Hiccup Swing Gliders, which is a family coaster and a really great one, is 45 miles per hour.
Wait a minute, they didn't have the Hulk coaster on here? Hang on. How fast? Because I saw all those coasters, but I didn't see the Hulk coaster. How fast is the Hulk coaster? 67. Okay, so the Fast and Furious coaster will be the fastest coaster at Universal. Happy birthday, Dixon. There you go. So, yes, indeed. All right, let's keep going. This is fascinating. I'm loving it.
Feet. And they have a 3D printed model of the ride vehicle of Velocicoaster, which is at Universal Islands of Adventure in Orlando, and a 3D model of the track work during the design process to see how different elements work together, like the section of the coaster track and the rock work. They also have a 3D printed raptor because while you're on that attraction, you will see raptors in the wild. Coming over to the other side by the vertical loop demonstration, we have some foam prop models from Isle of Berk over in Epic Universe. This is from Fire Drill, which is the water ride that
I will have to take that home. I would just be like, hey, so when this exhibition's over, I'm just going to just borrow this and never give it back.
I have not been on, and I won't go on unless I have to for some sort of video in the future, because I don't like being wet in a theme park. And this is the ride vehicle, and I think it's really like beautiful, and the land is so amazing. I just don't want to get soaking wet on an attraction, and you will get soaking wet on this attraction. And then you have a model for Dragon Racers Rally, which is another ride in that land. And actually, I had not done this one either on purpose. I've ridden everything a billion times, but I don't do these two attractions because I don't want to get wet. And this ride kind of freaks me out because you have to spin yourself and you're pretty high in the air, and I don't want to get sick. You can find a similar attraction like this over at the Mall of America. These are some of the Target prop models from Fire Drill because it's like a shooter water game, so you want to try to hit the targets with your water. And here are some more foam prop models for Fire Drill. They're so cool looking. It doesn't say if this is from Rip Ride Rocket, but I feel like it is. It says roller coaster wheels are made of durable polyurethane plastic and metal core and will have to be replaced over time. And now we get to design a roller coaster. I am a launch girly. Okay, design your elements. A vertical loop. Oh, no, okay, no, okay. Hates me, vertical loop. Bunny hills, let's do bunny hills. Another airtime hill, there we go. We're going lap bar and banked curves. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be such a bad coaster. Oh, maybe not, let's see. We got the first lift hill and down. We got a curved bank and then up through another curved bank into a vertical loop. Hello. And then some bunny hills. I love a bunny hill. Woo wee. And then one more lift hill, right? One more lift hill. My coaster.
You guys remember at Disney Quest, there was a thing called Cyberspace Mountain where you could do this exact same thing, but then you could actually ride it. Now, personally, Disney, I know this is about Universal, but Disney, if you need a new ride, Bring back Cyberspace Mountain as actual attraction in Tomorrowland. And I promise you, it will be crazy. You know what? You can even do it at Hollywood Studios. And you can do Cyberspace Mountain where you can choose the characters that can be on and stuff. But y'all gotta be smart. Okay? So, let's move it on.
It's bad. It didn't make the other lift hill because that wouldn't make sense. That's why not approved. But we got a little Mario Kart team member outfit, and we're ending this room on a white model of the upcoming Hollywood drift coaster, Fast and Furious, over at Universal Hollywood. How it's like built on the upper lot and like built into the hills. It's so cool. I absolutely love this room as a coaster fan and, you know, ride fan, but now let's head on to the next room. And I was worried for a second. I was like, wait, is it over? It's not over. Oh my gosh, this next room, I am so excited. This is my horror room. I am so excited to see everything in here. Look at this model of the creature from the Black Lagoon, AKA Gillman, as we call him in Universal. This is a test head for the animatronic attraction on Monsters Unchained. We have a sarcophagus from Monsters Unchained as well. This is the full-scale prototype. Wow, this looks so different than what it looks like in person now. This is a figure for the werewolf animatronic. We have a light up mask prop from HHN, of course. This light up mask helps intensify the scare. And oh my goodness, it's the original Lil Boo. Lil Boo is a Halloween Horror Nights. You know, we can't call him an icon technically, but I think we are. I mean, like he's like Halloween Horror Nights, but he's technically not like an official icon. But then I actually found out from my unmasking tour is that we are the ones that create icons. Like, it's no like official list. Like, we, the audience, chooses. And I would like Lil Boo to be like an actual host icon this year. Can we have that, please? Thank you. This is a prototype Treeks and Foons mask from Halloween Horror Nights 2002. So way before my time going to Halloween Horror Nights. We have a hand in a bucket prop from Horror Nights. We have a maquette of the Usher character, which is he considered an icon now? My like iconness is like confused because I would call him an icon. And we also have a Meaty Meeks character maquette, which is very, very cool. What year was it? 2009. Both of these were 2009 Halloween Horror Nights. We have a Terra Guard bike model from 2005. This is from the Terra Guard Scare Zone. And I think there's going to be more of this.
Every exhibit and the way they just went for it and just allowed the art to speak for itself. Incredible. Just
coming up, which I'm very excited about. This is very cool. We have different stages of the Carnival of Carnage from Halloween Horror Nights 2007. So you have like the drawing, you have like concept art, more detailed concept art, and then the 3D model at the bottom. Very cool. Unfortunately, I did not attend Halloween Horror Nights 2007 because I was a child and I didn't go to parks then because, you know, going to the parks is expensive, you know? So that's why sometimes you do things as an adult, and my thing as an adult is going to theme parks. Next is a Dracula figure test from Monsters Unchained. Like, he has no hands, but he's wearing shoes in this one. This is the werewolf paw stamp, so that all of the werewolf prints on the ride will be the same size, and so and throughout the land as well, because you'll see like prints throughout the land, really bringing the fact that monsters are everywhere, except for the burning blade. They're not welcome there. The metal chest plate that the werewolf has clawed his way through on Monsters Unchained. This maquette of the Phantom of the Opera from the ride Monsters Unchained is amazing. This is really cool to see. Like, it's so, because it basically still looks like this, but with fire, and it's so cool. And it's like one of the first things you see as you enter the ride. There's also a Dr. Victoria Frankenstein dress. This does not look like what she wears now. So maybe this was like, oh no, this is what the performer wore. The actual performer for the grand opening. So she's not a character you can meet, but they had her come out for the grand opening. Maybe in the future she will. So that's what she wore. But it's not. I
do remember it because we streamed the grand opening live. And not to mention too, I can't remember, but I think there was a couple of YouTube channels that they got the grand opening of each portal. Now they should make that character, Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, the granddaughter of, you know, the person who made Frankenstein. That should be a meet and greet character.
It looks different than what's on the ride. Hell, they have a giant 3D printed figure arm for the
Monsters
ride.
Unchained, and you can see her in the ride. You should be able to see her in the park.
And a gray figure face. And I believe this is for is it for Dracula? It doesn't say. But from the scale alone, I'm gonna say it's Dracula, and also because the face kind of looks like more human-like, and the Dracula animatronic is just insanely crazy big. This is very cool. You can adjust the lighting and the music to create like your own senses of fear scene. Ooh, okay. And then if we turn it this way, ooh, creepy Dracula. Scary music, sound effects. Ooh. Spooky. And you can design monster makeup, and I'm so excited. Ooh, I think I'm gonna go with vampire. This feels fun. I feel like a professional. I'm gonna make him a pink vampire, and then the back I'll make it green. You can put spiders. And
did she really make a wicked vampire? You know what? I swear to God. She made a wicked vampire. She made a wicked vampire. All right, let's continue.
And scars and more scars and handprints. And I'm not good at art, but I think it's very fun that you can do this. Walk into the next room and we have a huge model of Toothless. The Toothless meet and greet in Epic Universe is probably the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life because he's a real dragon. He is 100% a real dragon and I love him. And hanging from the ceiling, they have a model of the flying dragon. They haven't been operating, but I actually saw a video recently of someone seeing them in the sky because if you actually watch Epic, the ride documentary on Peacock, they show you the issues that they have. Now, parents, if your kid is watching, please cover their ears. Please cover their ears right now because it's operated by drone. So the drone has some issues, but hopefully we'll be seeing them in the parks more. And
I did find the documentary. Now, Phil Florentine wanted me to review it. I am going to review it. I gotta, find a way to take time out to do it, but I am going to review it because I've been wanting to do that. Just so many destinations to cover, and then of course, when you want to cover, big concepts too, that takes up time. But we are going to review that too
soon because they're very cool. And look at this, we have some DreamWorks friends. We have Kung Fu Panda and Gingy and the tigers from Kung Fu Panda. Because DreamWorks Land opened in 2024. It was one of the best rethemes ever, and it was done so quickly. And it's a really beautiful, vibrant land that you can find over in Universal Studios, Florida. This is very cool. We have a dancer costume from the Universal Holiday Parade, prop from the How to Train Your Dragon show, which is incredible. We have a minion float drawing from the parade at Universal Studios. Yes, shout out to Mardi Gras. We have a Mardi Gras costume and I'm obsessed. They have the Terra Guard bike from the Terra Guard Scare Zone. It's been in storage apparently. And this is it. I obviously never seen it in person because this was before my time going to Horror Nights. This was 2005. This is so cool. It's so big. Oh my gosh, we can design a parade costume. I'm a Halloween girly, but let's give some shout out to Universal Holidays because it's amazing. And here's my design, and I am on brand. I decided to go for green because I feel like we have a lot of red, but not so much green. I'm dying. This next thing is when you have to hit your light cues. And as someone who works in theater, this is very on brand. And you have to be very precise with your light cues. There you go. So beautiful. There is a proscenium sign from Le Cirque Arcanu, the show inside the Ministry of Magic. Oh my gosh, one in the popcorn bucket. Oh, more. They have the Time Turner one, the Epic one. I don't remember that Minion one. And then you have...
Now, I think that this one right here was limited edition to the day of opening, I believe. This Time Turner bucket is one of the icons on the Chronos. So you have How to Train Your Dragon, which is like a dragon on a globe. You have the Time Turner, which I believe is Harry Potter. Then you have the Mario coin, and then you have the Dark Universe icon, and then of course the Star one is the Chronos.
Of the really cool sippers, the Jaws 50th one is amazing. This one sold out so quickly, but they're back in stock. They're so cute. And of course, over at the Minion Popcorn stand in Minionland and Studios in Florida, you can get your banana popcorn with your banana popcorn bucket. We have a candy jar pop from Honeydew, some wands from the Wizarding World, the Newt Scamander's case prop. We have some props from Fantastic Beasts. This is very cool. So now you can get a chocolate frog in the Wizarding World. These are the models for it. The Minion Fart and Fire Blaster. My little baby Captain Cacao. Captain Cacao is part of the lore of Celestial Park and Epic Universe.
And by the way, shout out to the lore of Woody Woodpecker. He was the official mascot for a very long time, and so I'm glad that they are still honoring Woody Woodpecker. He's one of the most classic cartoons. He's right up there with Tom and Jerry and the Hanna-Barbera cartoons and Tom and Jerry. So shout out to that. And of course, if you look over here, that is a throwback 90s jacket to Universal Studios Florida.
Him and Maya roam the different galaxies to find sweet treats, and he has his own little sweet shop, Captain Cacao, and the chocolate's really good. So I guess this is just like a section to show different merch from the parks. Ooh, we have the mead hall over at Isle of Burke and all the food and our famous harvest salad. The lore continues here at this exhibition, and then we can design a dessert. Let's do a Halloween dessert. It's beautiful, I know. We have some Harry Potter stuff here. This is a prototype of Higley, the house elf that you find in the queue for Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic ride in Epic Universe. Some Death Eater masks. This is a costume crafted literally for a portrait for Venusia Crickerly, which is a former minister, and all of the ministers in the Ministry of Magic get a portrait. So they made a whole dress just to have a picture. And then this is Millicent Bagnall's costume, a character in a moving portrait. So again, a whole costume for a character that's in a picture, or I guess a moving picture. I have a little photo up with one of the blocks in Super Nintendo World if you have your power.
Now, I'm not going to say if you have a power-up band that you should go to this exhibition and hit the block and get something exclusive on your phone. I'm not saying that at all. But, there's no harm in doing it.
And in the park, you can hit it and collect different points and all these different fun challenges. Oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for. I can design a popcorn bucket. Let's go. Obviously Halloween again, sorry. Themed, of course. I mean, the functionality of this is very basic, but it's fun. Oh my goodness, we have a model of Baby Gronkle from How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burke. He is adorable and I love him so much. And it's very cool because you see how he's all scaly? They have these models that you can touch to feel how different the scales are on different types of dragons that are throughout the land. And as we head in, they are trying to tell you to become a Universal Pass holder. And I will tell you, as someone who is a Universal Pass holder, if you go at least twice a year, it's so worth it if you go during not blackout dates.
I think they put your name in that.
At one of the cheaper passes. Oh my gosh, you can add your name and become a team member. So cute. Unfortunately, I'm by myself, so I cannot get in the photo. And on that note, we end this tour by doing the most theme park thing possible and exiting through the gift shop. And look at this, they actually even have some merch just for this experience. They have the jacket, the sweatshirt, they have the little crossbody bag, they have magnet, they have water bottled mugs, plus then your favorite Universal IP merch like Shrek and Minions, How to Train Your Dragon, Super Nintendo, Universal Monsters, and Harry Potter. And a little Back to the Future. There we go, some classic Universal, finally. Well, my dudes, that was the Universal Theme Parks exhibition here at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. For me, as a New Yorker, a 90-minute, $15 train ride, absolutely worth it. I had a great time. I love seeing props I've never seen before, like seeing the original little Boo. Come on, that's amazing. Learning things I've never learned before. Just seeing some concept art and just, the starts of designs of things like an Epic were so great as a huge theme park nerd and a Universal, enthusiast. So I loved it. I want to know, would you visit this exhibition while this year through September 7th? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think it was worth that $47 ticket? either way, the Franklin Institute, what an amazing place. I wish I had more time to spend here. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so that when anything that goes
It happens,
Follow me on
child. It
Instagram
happens.
at Magical Hijinks. Check out the Patreon, become a patron, we get exclusive bonus content, bonus lives, help what you're planning, access to our Discord, and so much more. You'll be helping me continue bringing great content like this to this channel. And until next time, my dudes, I hope you guys get into some hijinks very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Great job, Magical Hijinks. That was good. That was very good. So, the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, that exhibition will be open until September 7th. Okay, so please get your ticket. Listen, if you can't make it to Hollywood or Orlando, you get to Experience Universal for $47. That's about as cheap as you can get and still feel somewhat that you actually went there. All right. So with that being said, it's time for our positive news story of the day. Also coming to us from Travel Weekly. Now, I had no idea about this. Now, Disney, y'all all celebrate this because this is a huge, huge deal. Everybody, as Winnie the Pooh turns 100 years old. You heard me correctly. Winnie the Pooh is turning 100 years old. Winnie the Pooh is turning 100 years old. So Winnie the Pooh is as old as Disney. New opportunities for fans and tour operators. As Winnie the Pooh turns 100 this year, travelers can visit the real-life 100-acre wood for the centennial. Just keep your eyes out for heffalumps and woozles. A.A. Milan's books feature the famous honey eating bear. Ooh, I like a honey pot. Pooh Bear have captured the hearts and imagination of children for a century. Travelers eager to return to the magic of childhood can visit Ashdown Forest in East Sussex, England, to visit the woods that inspired Milan to write about Christopher Robin, Pooh, and their friends' adventures. Last year was the biggest yet for Pooh Trek, and founder Bray Masser said he expects the anniversary to usher in growth for the day tour operator. Mansour created Pooh Trek in 2018 to introduce visitors to the destination featured in Milan stories. We're really excited about what's going to happen this year, he said. It's already shaping up quite nicely. Pooh Trek brings guests to iconic sites featured in Pooh's world, like the Pooh Stick Bridge, where guests can play the game Pooh invented, dropping sticks in the stream and seeing which one travels the fastest. Mansour adds special touches like providing drawing pads for children to sketch on Trek and decorating the trail with children's favorite characters like Piglet or Eeyore. And though Winnie the Pooh is undoubtedly a children's tale, it still captures the hearts of adults. Mansour's oldest guest was 100 years old, which he said highlights the cultural significance of Pooh. Once a fan, forever a fan, he said. You never grow out of the stories. Many visitors find their way to a nearby Pooh Corner. Nearby Pooh Corner, a tea room with themed food and a food museum. The museum has a collection of rare and one-of-a-kind Pooh memorabilia, like first edition books and a honey pot made by the real-life Christopher Robin. Wait a minute, what? You're joking, right? There's a real-life Christopher Robin. We just want to talk to him. Okay, we just want to know about Pooh, the adventures, and everything in between. All right. Already, as you can tell, I'm really excited about this destination. Already, owner Neil Reed has fielded lots and lots of phone calls from all over the world as people plan their trips to Ashdown Forest. The cafe typically serves over 80,000 guests annually. Oh my God, that's amazing. But it's expected a 25% increase this year. And for real Pooh fanatics or Poohsters, as Chris Demestre calls them, they can go one step further and book a stay at Conchville Farm, where Malign lived and wrote the book surrounded by the Ashdown Forest. So this is where you could stay, in the former home of the author who wrote the books there. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like a place that's like, it's just frozen in time. You ain't gotta worry about the world, no people, it's peace. I want to stay there. Demonstrated the home's owner began renting the property to the public after moving to the U.S. 3 years ago. He said he expects to see higher demand this year as publicity for the Centennial Mountains. By the way, shout out to Demonstrate. Thank you so much for seeing the value in renting out the home so other people can have that joy. but bookings are similar to this time last year. The home sleeps 12 and starts at 990 British pounds per night, about $1,400. That's not bad. So, you know, if you and your 12 friends go there for one night, you're able to sleep in the author of Winnie the Pooh. That is amazing. 8 cultural tours based in Cambridge, England will offer a special itinerary in June for the anniversary. Response to the 5-day tour has been overwhelmingly positive, said Creative Marketing Officer George Weinbrew. The itinerary includes visiting the forest, a special viewing of the original Winnie the Pooh manuscripts at Trinity College Wynn Library, and attending expert lectures. Good riding is for everyone, not just children, said tour director Hopkins Woodley. So there you go. How cool is that? Winnie the Pooh is turning 100 years old, and Disney, you all do something too, damn it, because hell, y'all need all the publicity y'all can get right now, because your parks ain't doing shit. Okay, just y'all, that's our show. Thank you so much for being here. That is it for me. Like I said, tonight, 6 p.m., we will be reviewing the Real Housewives of Real Housewives of Atlanta, child. The Real Housewives of Potomac, and then later on tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, live in 7 hours. What is this park right here? As it pulls up, what is this park going to be? I plan for it. And believe me, Yabba Dabba Doo is just an expression. It is not a Flintstones park. But I am excited for this live. So we'll talk about all this more tonight at 8:30. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love, and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that They've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.